What if I told you that the secret to a wrestler's longevity isn't just training harder, but sometimes training less? Let me tell you about Nick Aldis and how his journey in WWE has flipped the script on everything we think we know about athlete recovery. Here's a guy who spent years in the ring, then suddenly stepped back into the shadows as a GM, and guess what? That break might have saved his career. I mean, how wild is that? Think about it. Most wrestlers would kill to be in the ring, but Aldis had to step away, and it turned out to be the best thing for his body. What does that say about the pressure we put on athletes to always be in action? It's like we've conditioned them to think pain is part of the job, but maybe that's the real injury. Now, here's the kicker. Aldis didn't just take a break because he was forced to. He had the power to step back, and he used it. As a GM, he wasn't in the spotlight, but he was still part of the machine. And that's where the magic happened. His back, which had been a ticking time bomb for years, finally got the rest it needed. I'm not saying every wrestler needs to become a GM, but this raises a deeper question. How many injuries are actually caused by the grind of constant competition, not the occasional match? It's almost like the WWE universe has this unspoken rule: if you're not bleeding, you're not trying. But Aldis' story challenges that narrative. He wasn't trying to bleed, he was trying to survive. And let's talk about the absurdity of his situation. He thought he had a bulging disc, but it turned out to be just an inflamed muscle. How many times have we seen athletes push through similar issues, only to later realize they were dealing with something far more serious? This isn't just about Aldis, it's about the entire sports industry's approach to injury. We treat symptoms instead of addressing root causes. What makes this really interesting is that Aldis didn't need surgery or a miracle cure. He needed time. Time to heal, time to reflect, time to realize his body was screaming for help. How many of us ignore our own bodies until it's too late? This isn't just a wrestling story. It's a human story about listening to your limits. But here's the thing. Aldis' role as GM wasn't just a break. It was a strategic move. He was building relationships, understanding the politics of the roster, and maybe even plotting his return. From my perspective, this shows how versatility can be a superpower in sports. You don't have to be in the ring to be relevant. In fact, stepping back might have given him the mental clarity to come back stronger. It's like the old adage, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. But Aldis? He planted his comeback during the time he thought he'd never wrestle again. That's the kind of mindset that separates legends from the rest. So, what does this mean for the future of wrestling? If Aldis can thrive in a non-wrestling role and come back better, maybe other wrestlers should consider similar paths. What if the next big star isn't the one who trains the hardest, but the one who knows when to stop? This raises a fascinating possibility. Maybe the future of WWE isn't just about who can take the most punishment, but who can adapt. And that, my friends, is a whole new game. I'm curious. Do you think taking a step back is a sign of weakness, or the ultimate strength? Let me know in the comments. Because if there's one thing Aldis' story teaches us, it's that sometimes the hardest fight isn't in the ring, it's against the clock.